In just over 2 hours, confirmation hearings begin for 6 of President-elect Trump's cabinet nominees, including his top foreign policy picks and his choice for attorney general.
Lucas Tomlinson is live in Washington with a preview. Good morning, Lucas.
Good morning, Lawrence. Good morning, guys. That's right. Those confirmation hearings continue today for President-elect Donald Trump's national security team. Here's the lineup. Pam Bondi begins day one of a 2-day hearing to become Trump's attorney general. Marco Rubio for Secretary of State. John Ratcliffe to lead CIA. Sean Duffy at Transportation. Chris Wright for Energy. Russell Vought to run OMB. In his opening statement yesterday, Pete Hegseth said politics should play no part in the military. He vowed to keep standards high and equal, not equitable. He says he wants leaders selected purely on performance and merit. He also had this impromptu statement while speaking to Senator Tommy Tuberville.
We won World War II with 7 four-star generals. Today we have 44 four-star generals. There's an inverse relationship between the size of staffs and victory on the battlefield. We don't need more bureaucracy at the top. We need more warfighters empowered at the bottom.
Now, at times, Hegseth faced tough questions about women serving in combat from female senators. Here's his exchange with Joni Ernst.
I had the privilege of serving in uniform for over 23 years. And let's make it very clear for everyone here today. As Secretary of Defense, will you support women continuing to have the opportunity to serve in combat roles?
Yes, women will have access to ground combat roles, given the standards remain high, and we'll have a review to ensure the standards have not been eroded.
After the hearing, Ernst told our colleagues at Fox Digital she will back Hegseth. Quote, after 4 years of weakness in the White House, Americans deserve a strong Secretary of Defense. I will support President Trump's pick. I will work with Pete to create the most lethal fighting force. Now, the first hearing gets underway with Pam Bondi at 9:30 Eastern, then John Ratcliffe and Marco Rubio at 10, guys.
All right. Lucas, thank you very much. I think one guy is going to have a pretty easy day today, and that is Chris Wright, Secretary of Energy nominee, because today's his birthday.
Right.
So they should give him a pass.
Exactly.
He's going to be working with Burgum with Interior, who's kind of overseeing oil and gas. He's going to have a key role. One clarification: Pam Bondi will testify only one day, but her nomination will be considered for 2 days. The second day is 3 witnesses for her, 2 against her, or for the opposition if the Democrats choose that. I have no idea about how that's to balance out, I guess, the attorney general tradition.
Right. Exactly.
The person that's going to have the easiest time is Marco Rubio. He's already gotten bipartisan support. He was in the Gang of 8. Obviously has the experience.
Has a lot of friends in there.
This is someone that is going to sail through the nomination. John Ratcliffe should sail through his nomination, considering he used to manage the CIA with his old position as Director of National Intelligence. Sean Duffy knows a lot of folks on Capitol Hill, was a representative.
And he's transportation. Everyone wants transportation money for their state.
And if Joni Ernst is in on Pete Hegseth, mathematically, he's got the job. If you missed his opening statement yesterday, here's a portion of it. Pete Hegseth.
Unlike the current administration, politics should play no part in military matters. We are not Republicans. We are not Democrats. We are American warriors. Our standards will be high, and they will be equal, not equitable. President Trump also told me we've repeatedly placed people atop the Pentagon with supposedly the right credentials. He believes, and I humbly agree, that it's time to give someone with dust on his boots the helm. I've sworn an oath to the Constitution before, and if confirmed, I will proudly do it again. This time, for the most important deployment of my life. I pledge to be a faithful partner to this committee, taking input and respecting oversight. We share the same goals: a ready, lethal military, the health and well-being of our troops, and a strong and secure America.
He did a great job yesterday. I don't think the folks on the left were prepared for his responses. I mean, essentially, when he didn't give them the answer that they were looking for, they just made up stuff. Oh, so you're saying this. He just answered your question, and you want to put something else on the record. By the way, he did not lose his cool, not once. And there were moments that he could have, especially when they brought up his sweet baby girl. He kept his cool, was focused, measured. And honestly, he set the tone for the rest of the nominees as well of how to dodge and weave when these senators are going to be throwing outrageous accusations your way.
Like Senator Mark Wayne Mullins brought up after Kane went, senator from Virginia, when he said, really? He goes, so you're talking about drinking should disqualify you and problems with marriage should disqualify you or divorces? He goes, how many of you guys showed up drunk to vote?
So
come on.
true.
And how many, if you get divorced or cheat on your wife, you should resign immediately? So everybody just was silent. Then he said, I haven't been perfect either. And just another quick note, I think when it comes to Marco Rubio, they're going to try to say, you're different from Trump on foreign policy. They're going to try to say, this is your foreign policy, which is like ours, but Trump is over here. What are you going to do? That's how they're going to try to create
Yeah, he's a hawk on foreign policy. And Mullen also said, Senator Mullen, after he asked about the drinking, how many of y'all have showed up and had drinks before you came back for a vote? He goes, all of y'all have, basically. And then he said, how many of y'all have cheated on your wives? He says, it's so ridiculous that you guys hold yourself to a higher standard and you forget you have a big plank in your eye. We've all made mistakes. And Tim Kaine was talking to him about his marriage vows. Well, Tim Kaine was best friends with Bill Clinton.
Oh, yeah.
He was Hillary Clinton's running mate. Bill Clinton was accused of rape, exposing himself, and sexual assault.
Don't forget his trips on Epstein's plane.
Yeah, Ainsley, I got news for you. I've been around Washington a long time. There are guys who were in that room yesterday morning who'd already had a drink.
Oh, yeah.
Just
and
saying.
Women, too.
It's just
and
a mimosa.
Too. Both of
just
them.
saying.
Both sides of the aisle, both genders have done some nasty things on there. So I think Pete did a great job.
I just think the whole, all of that aside, he's going to be head of defense. So I liked his comment when Senator Scott asked him, why do you want to do this? And he said, I do it for the war fighters that are sitting behind me. I do it for the men and women behind me, because there were a lot of individuals from the military that were there yelling, USA, 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 as he was walking in. And they were there to support him. And he said, I do this because I love this country. Yeah. Many of y'all see me as a TV personality, but more importantly, I'm a soldier. And I had to fight, and I saw a lot of things I didn't want to see, and I came home. I've made mistakes. Right. We've all made mistakes, but I love this country.
Well, and for anybody in the U.S. military industrial complex, it must have been terrifying at certain points, because Pete Hegseth has got a different view on how they've been running it and how it should be run in the future. And I think he'd like to change things from the foundation.
It hasn't been going well, so maybe we need some fresh eyes on this.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.